In my hands today is an S25 Ultra, but not that S25 Ultra. This is the Itel S25 Ultra, a budget phone that's basically the cosplay version of the premium flagship, the Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Look, we've seen this movie before. Affordable phones that mimic premium ones, especially from Chinese brands. For a cost of a single Galaxy S25 Ultra, you could literally buy 9 of these Itel devices. 9. It's the smartphone equivalent of buying similar looking sneakers from a lesser known brand. So the brand is not a fake or a knockoff, it just looks similar and is cheaper. But the real question is, does it offer any real value? Let's find out. Right from the start, the Itel S25 Ultra surprises with an unboxing experience that actually feels better than what you'd get with a premium Samsung device. While Samsung's flagship gives you a phone and a cable only, Itel serves up the phone, a charger, and a transparent case. For a budget phone, these instantly feel like better value. You're not forced to spend extra on essential accessories, making the overall purchase much more satisfying. The design is where things get genuinely interesting. This phone is incredibly slim and extremely lightweight. I actually had to double check to see if I was holding a budget device because visually, it gives off a premium vibe. One of its standout design elements is the curved display. The gentle curve adds to its sleekness, making it look and feel more expensive than it actually is. The rear camera setup is almost a direct copy of Samsung Ultra series. But before you get too excited, most of these lenses are just for show. In reality, the S25 Ultra has only one functional rear camera. Instead, Itel has packed in some genuinely clever features. There's a ring light that lights up for incoming calls, while gaming, during charging, and even syncs with your music. It can also function as a photo timer. Then there's the infrared port, which allows you to use the phone as a remote control for TVs, air conditioners, and other household appliances. Two features you won't even find on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. In terms of durability, Itel didn't cut corners either. With the IP64 dust and splash resistance and Gorilla Glass 7i, this phone isn't just a pretty face, it's ready to handle everyday bumps and scraps. So while it may be a budget phone, Itel has packed some surprisingly thoughtful features that make it stand out. When it comes to the display, as said earlier, it's curved. Whether you like how it feels or question its practicality, there's no denying that it looks good. The minimal bezels give the phone a sleek, premium appearance that you'd expect from high-end devices, not a budget phone. In terms of brightness, Itel has done a solid job. With a peak brightness of 1400 nits, this display won't leave you struggling under direct sunlight. Whether you're outdoors checking messages or scrolling through social media, visibility remains clear. The AMOLED panel further enhances the experience with crisp visuals and deep blacks, making content look vibrant and immersive. Now on paper, the display has a smooth 120Hz refresh rate, which sounds great until you realize that it's technically a scam. It literally only works in the settings, but the moment you leave settings, it drops back to 60Hz. No one even needs 120Hz in settings. A proper high refresh rate display will enhance gaming, scrolling, and video playback, but that's not the case here. So while Itel advertises 120Hz, in real world use it doesn't deliver. It's like having a sports car that only runs fast in the garage. Speaking of borrowed features, there's a dynamic island straight out of the iPhone playbook. I think Itel calls it the dynamic bar. If you're playing music or charging the phone, a small pop-up appears at the top of the screen to display the status. It's a neat touch that adds to the phone's modern feel, even if it doesn't change much in terms of functionality. Now performance is where reality checks in. The Unisoc T620 processor is about as powerful as a calculator from 1995. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but you get the point. Can it play games? Sure, but can it play them well? We're talking low graphics and a prayer. Itel throws in a game boost mode with power saving, equilibrium, and performance settings, but it's like putting racing stripes on a golf cart. The 7 Grace is 8GB of RAM. It will handle your basic multitasking without struggling much. Storage options range from 128GB to 512GB, giving you plenty of space to store all those low graphic game screenshots. Overall, while the Itel S25 Ultra may look premium, its performance is very much budget tier. It's fine for everyday use, but falls short for power users or gamers looking for a smooth experience. Software on the Itel S25 Ultra is a classic budget phone experience. Bloatware? Check. But at least you can actually uninstall most of these unwanted apps. Customization is where this phone actually shines. The phone offers plenty of options to tweak the interface to your liking, whether it's changing themes, icon styles, or animations. If you love personalizing your device, you'll appreciate the flexibility. AI features are also sprinkled throughout the phone. There's an AI assistant that helps with simple tasks, an AI wallpaper generator, and AI call noise cancellation to improve clarity. For budget phone, these little additions help enhance the user experience. Oh, and still on software, there's an always-on display too. As mentioned earlier, the Itel S25 Ultra looks like it has a sophisticated multi-camera setup on the back, but in reality, there's only one functional rear camera, a 50 megapixel main lens. The rest are just theater. The 32 megapixel selfie camera joins the party from the front. One thing you'll notice when taking photos is the shutter lag. After pressing the shutter button, there's a slight delay before the photo is actually captured. This is pretty common with budget phones, so it's not surprising. That said, when the shot does go through, the 50 megapixel main lens delivers good results in well-lit conditions. The photos have enough detail and look decent for social media and everyday use. The 32 megapixel selfie camera, on the other hand, isn't as impressive. It works fine for casual selfies and video calls, but don't expect stunning image quality. It's more about capturing memories than producing high-end portraits. One pleasant surprise is that both cameras can record in 2K resolution. For a sub $200 phone, that's actually impressive. And of course, don't expect cinematic quality footage. These cameras won't be shooting the next nature documentary, but they'll absolutely capture your friend's birthday party or that random street fight. The phone is powered by a 5000 mAh battery, which is pretty much as standard as eating rice in an African home. All phones have it. The battery will get you through a day easily. When it comes to charging though, things slow down a bit. The phone supports 18-watt charging, which isn't particularly fast by modern standards, but still gets the job done. Now let's cut to the chase. From the name to the design, the Itel S25 Ultra is a clear imitation of the Galaxy S25 Ultra. And Itel has done a good job making it look premium. But once you start digging deeper, the differences between flagship phone and a budget phone become clear. The display is good but nowhere near Samsung's level, the design is sleek but Samsung's build quality is far superior. When it comes to performance and cameras, the Itel S25 Ultra doesn't even scratch the surface to what a true flagship can do. That's exactly why there's a massive price difference between the two. So should you buy it? At its core, this phone isn't trying to compete with flagship killers. Instead, it's targeting budget-conscious consumers who want a smartphone that looks good, performs reasonably, and doesn't drain their wallet. The cameras will capture memories, the design will turn heads, and the performance will handle daily tasks, all without requiring a significant financial investment. So the answer is straightforward. If your budget is limited and you need a functional smartphone, then the Itel S25 Ultra deserves serious consideration. It represents a sweet spot of affordability and capability, making no pretense of being something it's not. This is a device that understands its lane and drives within it, providing value where it matters most, without overpromising or under-delivering. Thanks for watching. I'm Milan and this is Fuzi Tech. Subscribe.